podium on your seats on one of the episodes talking about the struggle of older women, particularly ones that are already going through their menopause period, and having to juggle their struggle with everyday life. It's all part of diversity and inclusion, isn't it? And not all companies have the culture in place or understand or are educated enough to understand the differences or the struggle we go through as women, and to be able to navigate daily life, work, kids, family, and all of that all together. So I want to try and buttress what you just talked about. So not just for people that look like us, but also being a woman is a struggle on its own. You know, we need to move away from that traditional way of doing things, of just ticking boxes. The real impacts need to be made. Trainings need to be put in place. So I'd love to hear, particularly when writing your book and within BP as well, are there sort of trainings and things like that put in place for women in general, for ethnic minority groups, for the neurodiverse, because those are the targeted groups, young people as well, because we've got an aging workforce. So for you, what would you say within BP or as a person that you think is already in place to support this drive or the plan or possible solution that you can put forward?
So I'm pleased to say that BP actually is one of very few companies that has invested heavily in supporting any minority group, whether it's women, whether it's those who are neurodiverse or ethnic backgrounds, minorities. So I am a participant of a training leadership program that was introduced after the George Floyd incident. So BP actually pledged to equip and invest in their talent, specifically Black talent, because in the past, they really, although, you know, physically you could see that the board of directors was not diverse enough, not only in terms of race, but also in gender.
Right.
These were things that, you know, people were noticing very, very vividly, like, let's look at your board. And they actually made a pledge that they were going to invest, and every year, as part of their annual reports, they would put a percentage of how much they wanted to increase the gender quota, the ethnicity quota by, and, you know, gradually you've seen improvements within this. So part of this pledge was that they were going to invest more in their Black talent. And how did they do this? They started a program called LIFT, which is Leadership Inclusion for Talent. I was part of that program. It was where they would pick talent within the company. You would have to be nominated, and as part of that program, you had external consultants come in to train this group of people to, you know, give them the equipment that they needed for leadership roles. Because what was happening was they found out that a lot of their talent were leaving the company because there was a glass mirror, a glass ceiling, which they weren't able to reach leadership roles. They would get to a certain point in their career and just feel stuck. And this was obviously happening across the company. So this was something that they were trying to address, and why they invested in this program. I took part in the program. It's a year-long program. And for one, you know, I'm a woman. I'm from a Black ethnic background. So these are things that I've also, you know, experienced. Like within Treasury, for instance, when I joined the company, not only was I, you know, one of very few women, but I was also in a space of over 100 people, one of the only few Black people. I think there was one or two Black people within Treasury at that time. Now it's much better. I've been with the company for nearly 14 years. So you can imagine, like, back, you know, 14 years ago, you know, they've come a long way. So there is way more to do in that space. But I would say that, I mean, at the moment, the political climate is not helping with all the narratives that are being out there, with them cutting a lot of D&I program, especially in the United States, and companies pulling back and not investing as much. So that's not helping the narrative at all. But however, I do believe that, you know, research has proven it, that the more diversity you have within your workforce, the more productivity, the more ideas, the more, innovative.
Innovation.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
The company is.
Yes.
Research has proven this. So companies are aware of this. It's just, I think there is just that lack of endorsements, lack of leadership really pushing, these types of initiatives like DEIIC. These are things that companies need to see that, there is a gap in the market for women in construction, for women in finance, and so on. So I think it's just more awareness. Obviously, this podcast is something that will bring more people to the forefront and, challenge those type of narratives that are out there. So, I know things are moving, but maybe not as quickly as I would like them to move. Yeah, absolutely.
Right, brilliant. Interesting. Thanks for that answer.
No
that nailed it. On another note, so about your book then, if anyone wants to grab hold of it, tell us about it.
Yeah, sure. So it's currently on Amazon, so you can search for the title, The Professional's Playbook, and you can access on Amazon. It's there for you. I mean, the reviews have been fantastic. I know that a lot of people have come back and said it's helped them. So not just, people who are middle management or senior management, even, straight out of university, those in colleges, I'm literally sharing my life experiences for people to read. And I think for me, I just believe that sometimes the lessons that we learn, although it's painful, sometimes it's traumatic to re-experience those things that we've been through. But if we can help someone else, then that's basically job done. Exactly. So as long as I can help anyone to avoid making the same pitfalls and same mistakes that I've made, then I think I'm happy. Absolutely.
Right. So on the last episode, I did say I want to talk to manufacturers of hats or PPE, obviously because of the incident I had with my hair on one occasion on my way to a meeting. Yeah, it was drizzling a bit, right. And the size of my hair had tripled in size. And I was replaying one of those experiences I had going in for an interview. Where I had the same incident, walked in for that interview, and the first comment I had was, "Oh, that's a lot of hair." And that didn't help, got me nervous, and I'm like, "Oh, it's my days," But on this episode, I'd like to invite departments or companies that are in finance or deals with numbers within built environment, whether you're in civil engineering, even nuclear, general infrastructure, housing. I'd like to talk to you. This is an opportunity for us to educate the next gen as to what roles are available within built environment, because these are non-traditional roles for young people particularly, or for women transitioning. A lot of people, when you talk about construction, straight away they're thinking, oh, it's your bricklaying and painting and plastering, sorting fit outs and things like that. But a lot of the time it's not. It's one of the reasons why we're having to shine a light on the different roles that are available within the industry, just to help educate our audience as to what they could look out for, what roles are available out there, and how they can navigate the industry. So if this episode has helped in educating you as to, if you're a number person, what you need to look out for, the niche roles within the industry, and how you can navigate and find yourself an appropriate role, something that's best suited for yourself, then keep listening to DIIC, whatever platform you live on. If you're on DIIC podcast on Spotify, Amazon, or Apple Podcasts, or if you live on Instagram or on TikTok, it's an opportunity for you to reach out to us. And if you want any more details, get in touch. My email address hasn't changed, faith.abudu@diic.org.uk, or simply just reach out to me on LinkedIn. If you need to reach Tammy, you've got inquiries or you've got questions, the name on LinkedIn is Tammy Ojo, right? Yes. And you've got the fancy FCAA at the end of it. FCCA, sorry.
That's okay. It's very fancy. That's all it is. But it just means that I'm a fellow on my Association of Accountants. That's what it means.
Brilliant. I haven't got that on mine. Well, there you go. Thanks for your time listening in on today's episode. And yeah, keep pushing and keep driving for a more diverse industry. And yeah, we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you.